Yes, sir. Once again, we are back. Big Willie Styles, Big A King, we three kings in the building on another glorious Sunday evening of sports entertainment. Indeed, indeed. What's going on, fellas?
Man, ready to talk sports, man. We got a lot of big things coming up, so I'm excited to talk about a few topics tonight.
Oh yeah, well, of course. This is kind of off-season time for a few of our sports teams, but it's a good time that we should be looking forward to. So we definitely gonna get into them discussions. Right now, I guess we can get into a little Pistons talk today, man. Of course, they played the Knicks, which Jay they just can't seem to get by the Knicks for some reason. The Knicks just have the Pistons numbers every time. I'm hope we done with them for the season because I'm tired of watching them lose to the Knicks, man.
Yeah, and another thing, it just ain't gonna help, man, until we got to get Jalen Duran back. We just have to, man. We get pounded in the paint. I watched the Knicks repeatedly just get rebound after rebound after rebound, offensive rebounds.
It was a bad look. Even with Stewart coming back, he was out for a shoulder injury. And even with them being there, he was still trying to get himself acclimated because when he got back to the bench, you seen him, they wrap his shoulder. I was there at the game today. Shout out to everybody was at the game. I was there. Of course, me, a few other people downtown. Deuce, what's up, man? If you're here, like I said, you can go ahead, jump on in. We was down there today. It was Cade Cunningham bobblehead day today, guys. As you can see, your boy had to finesse and get one of these because they it's first come first serve. And when I got to the gate, they was all out, so I had to run over to another gate just to grab this one. Sneakily do it, but I got mine added to my collection.
Should they already selling them dang on things online, dude?
Yeah, they did. They trying to, man. But I'm gonna keep this one because with those addition of those Detroit style jerseys, they're not going to bring those back. So I guess it's a collector's item now.
Anything you can get from the games or the organization is going to be a collector's item. Can you imagine if people still had them Ben Wallace bobbleheads and all that, man?
Somebody probably do. We need somebody. I'm imagining somebody in our comment section probably do got them. So if you do, man, y'all need to let us know. We might want to trade off. We got some things over here we can give out too. So we can swab it out.
I tell you what, man. I know we all miss Cade like crazy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna miss them jerseys. I'm just kidding.
You're not gonna miss the Verner's jerseys.
I love the tribute to Saint, to Saint, but it's it's too Celtic-y looking.
It's too Spartan looking for me.
And it's too Mavericks looking. Mavericks got a jersey that's similar to that too, man.
Yeah, it's just the green don't go well with any sports team in Michigan, in my opinion.
It reminds me of a Vernis. When I first saw it, I was like Vernis.
Yeah. Shout out to Vernis, man. That's the Michigan get well soon remedy that you get. If you got a stomach ache, headache, or a broken elbow, go get you some Vernis, man.
Or a broken heart.
Right. sitting on the curb with a with a 2-liter of Vernis, man, because your girl didn't split on you.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I love the tribute to Saint Cecilia, obviously, man.
Of course.
Man, I just wasn't with that jersey 100%.
Not at all. But it was a good crowd there today. It was a 1:00 game, which is but I believe they did that because of course they paid tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King today. Of course, there's gonna be some games tomorrow. So, and then plus we got playoff games. So I guess they want us to save us some time and be able to watch the other games as far as like the NFL goes. But being there, I actually left kind of early. I left about the halfway point of the fourth quarter because I seen where the direction was going with New York starting to pull away. So I'm like, let me get a head start and get back home so I can finish watching these playoff games. But once again, they were shorthanded. Pistons, of course, were shorthanded. Durant was out. They didn't play Bogdanovich today, and a few others that's already out due to injury. So, it's just wanting to see how the others will pan out. My observation today, Killian was a little up and down first half of the game. He really was he had nothing going. Tried to get a little bit more in the second half. Sadiq Bey was a little more consistent today, which was a good thing. And I like seeing what the energy that Diallo brings out there when he comes out. But I'm kind of disappointed, man, because my guy, my guy Kojo hasn't been in the lineup. And I've been going to the game trying to see my boy. But other than that, like you say, it was good to see Livers out there. I just hoping that he gets his time to get his shot going, because he was actually doing pretty well defensively. His defensive presence and his communication is key to what the Pistons are trying to do. And I think that's going to go a long way with the future with our team when it comes to defensive wise. Is like you don't hear a lot of people talking out there when you watching the game, and he's like the only one I really see out there with the communication wise defensively.
Yeah, I like when him and Kevin Knox is on the floor. They bring some energy, man. Kevin Knox is, like I said, to knock down them shots, man, to try to attack the baskets at times when Kevin Knox was literally one of the first people that people wanted out of town. It's not like he's a world beater right now, but for what it's worth, if you find him in the corner, he's been knocking down some shots here and there. So, he brings some energy, even in some games where the Pistons don't have that energy. Guys like him get in the game, him, Diallo, glad to see Livers back, man. So those guys you definitely want to have around. But it's going to get real interesting real soon for the Pistons because the trade deadline is coming up February 9th. And, who's going to be here? Who's not?
Well, the hot topic right now, is whether or not, we could make a deal for Bogdanovich. I believe that's, because he presents the most asset, as far as like what we can get from based off of how he's playing right now. And if a playoff team really making a push and you need a guy that can shoot, which he's been proving that he's been able to do this season, are you willing to pay that ransom? Which, if I'm the Pistons, listen, I'll try to get that ransom for him, in my opinion.
Yeah, 33 years old. For what he brings to the table, you probably want to trade him to a contender and try to get some assets in return. So, I mean, to me, that seems like the most realistic situation as far as the trade deadline goes.
But that was crazy because I was gonna roll into that, like, with the trade deadline coming up, who do y'all think is gonna be around? Because you hear the talks of Bojan, you hear the talks with Sadiq too. So I think it's gonna be pretty interesting to see what's gonna shake up during that trade deadline.
Yeah, so we definitely of course, we're that's another thing we have to get into, because that's definitely something we're gonna be looking to, especially with the next game coming up. Being in Paris, I didn't get to win the contest, so I'm not gonna be able to go, unfortunately. Yeah, I know you guys are looking forward to W3KINGZ in Paris, but unfortunately, maybe next time. So
King, man, you couldn't hit up SAS, get a
hey man,
listen, you was the biggest, one of the biggest fans, man.
I don't think the fans know what I don't think the fans know what SAS is, guys.
Hey, listen, the old heads know what that is.
Right, man.
So, hey, like when you wonder in the conversation, the old heads talking, you be like, "What's that? It ain't for you, then." You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, but that Paris game, they actually getting suited and booted and geared up to go. I actually believe they're leaving tonight, so they can have some time there to get themselves, situated and everything else. Definitely gonna be a fun game versus the Bulls. Like I said, it's a home game for Killian. We all know what this is. Like I said, his family is going to be there. The crowd obviously is going to be favored towards the Pistons because of Killian Hayes. So it's going to be like another home game. So the Pistons, man, like I said, they should have fun. Let's just send prayers out and hope that these players and their families get there safe.
Safe travel and mercy. That's correct, man. So definitely want them to get there safe and come back safe. And also with their opponents too, the Chicago Bulls. We want to make sure that we get safe travel and mercy for them too, man. So that could be a great experience, not just for them, but for the NBA. Like I said, that's definitely something that I would love to have been a part of. Definitely seeing that atmosphere, how it would be with those players. And like you said, it'd be a home game. for our own Killian Hayes, man, so he can see, if he decides to go ahead and act a fool a little bit, I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah. I say just go for the gusto. You at home?
Look, you at home. Pistons ain't playing for nothing.
Go for it, bro.
Green light.
Casey, don't be a grumpy old man, Dwayne Casey. All right, don't get to taking everybody out the game for no reason. Let the boys go. It's France, man. Let that boy go. And I don't mind if you guys just leave Corey Joseph at a cafe or somewhere in France. It's a joke. I'm sorry, y'all. That's bad. I don't want to say that, but yeah. Like I said, it should be fun, man. It should be fun. Man, I expect him to give a little bit extra in front of that home crowd, so that should be fun to watch, man.
What's crazy is, I mean, this is just a great segue because we know who else is going to be there.
Yeah, boy, we got to talk about it. Wemby, man.
Yeah,
Wemby is going to be in attendance.
But see, this is what I want to ask, right? Because me and Willie talked about this, right? No matter who gets the first pick, right? Mm-hmm. They getting him. But my question is, and I'm gonna ask y'all, who's y'all second and third choice in this draft?
Obviously, Scoot is the universal answer right now. Everybody's talking about Scoot. That too. For me personally, I'm not really. I mean, you get Scoot. From what I've been watching in G League, you got Ivy already, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got a slashing, scoring guy in Ivy. I'm not really trying to be redundant here. I just want something big, bro. I want something big and talented. That's what I want. That's me personally.
Mm-hmm. Well, for me, so you can never have too many wing players, and especially in this league, the way that the league is going now, it's just I haven't seen nobody stand out to me just yet. Look, I'm looking through the college ranks right now, and nobody really hasn't caught my attention just yet. It's still early in the season, so I can't go for like you said, my 2 or 3. Like I said, you got Wemby, you got Scoot, and it's really have been too much of a push on who's coming out the college game right now. I haven't really heard too many names right now.
Well, for me, I'm not sold on Scoot. Like these guys going down there playing in that G League, playing for Ignite, who got all the top players. These guys they're not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? You just look at these guys that's that came from the G League, that came from that team. I mean, really, the only guy that you could consistently send that's doing something is Jalen Green.
I can't even say that right now.
But
now let me ask.
The reason why I say, I mean to cut y'all off, but the reason why I say his last 21 games have been terrible.
Yeah,
and I was going to ask that too because I was looking at the standings right now, and Houston has the worst record in the league right now. We're without K, so we can understand why we're in that ranks. But what's going on in Houston?
But see, this is where I was going. And what I was saying is the only guy that you can say that, was doing something is him. And my next thing was going to say, and that's even saying a lot because of look where Houston is right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, it's like it's just like how I look at it. Like you had IMG Academy calling out Modern Day, right? Man, Willie was talking about this. IMG Academy keeps telling Modern Day Football, why y'all running from us? Modern Day is like, listen, we're not about to keep playing an all-star team where y'all are not bound to no recruiting tactics or nothing. Like, we're in the state of California. We can only recruit within our district and all of that. Mm-hmm. IMG recruits all over the country. And that's the same thing with this team Ignite down there in the G League. And then the crazy thing about it, they're not even winning the G League championship. Yeah. So Scoot ain't even on me personally, because I'm like, Pistons need to get big as possible. And I like Edie from Purdue, man.
Yeah.
I like Edie from Purdue.
Yep. That's a name that's been out there too. And the thing with Houston, man, is, you got Jalen Green, he can give you 30. You know what I'm saying? KBJ can give you 30. You know what I'm saying? You got guys over there that can give you points. They don't play no defense at all. They don't share the basketball. I seen on Twitter somebody posted a video from their media, and it was a video of them literally passing up open teammates. Nobody would pass the ball. It was literally just one-on-one basketball. And that's one of the problems there is coaching and the fact that they don't play defense. So like I said, I say all the time, you can score 30, but if you're giving up 30, it cancels it out. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to stop somebody in this league. And we overlook a lot of these top teams, even with Golden State. We overlook how good defensively they were. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to stop these teams. It's not always about, hey, he's flashy. That's what when it comes to Scoop, that's what a lot of fans want to see right now. The flashy dunks, the highlight reel plays. We've been here before, time and time and time again. What is he doing defensively?
Mo, I'm gonna ask. Mo, hold on, King. I'm gonna answer this.
You just
vehemently.
Cut his whole knowledge off.
No, go ahead.
I had to because you know I've been like harping for this guy Dickinson for the last couple of years, but hell no. Hell no, and that's been my guy. And y'all know I've been defending this boy for the longest, but no, not Dickinson, man. No.
Hey,
I'm sorry, I had to cut it to it, but
hey, you see where Luka Guard's at right now. You see what I'm saying?
Man, you gotta be able to get off the floor, and you have to be able to. And you know, the one thing I was telling Willie, you know, the thing with Dickinson is it's like he allows people to stop him from getting down low without the ball. Like a big man, you got to move stuff, man. And
too stiff.
And
too stiff. Can't get off the ground. Yeah, like I said, Garza was the player of the year, bro. And look at him.
Yep.
Right now.
Greg Monroe was another one.
Yeah.
They called him Moose for a reason.
Out the league.
Yeah.
You can't be a big man and just can't get off the ground, man. Like, nah.
And that was my guy too, man. I was defending him, man, but just lately I just seen how what he does, it wouldn't translate in the NBA game because of how the game is going now. So he have an opportunity, of course, but for us, I don't see that being a fit as far as like the big guy that we need. We need a big guy that can rebound and then can do some muscle, and that's what we need. We need a little bit more muscle, which that's coming with Durant. You can see it in his development, but
yeah, it's there.
So it's going to see, but you know, we see what the need is. I think, like I said, wing and like I said, big man, but guards, I don't really see that as that would be that last option for me as far as like guard play. You know, somebody who
you got space for him. You got space for him. You got K, you got Killian at the one. You got Ivy. You got space for Scoop because guys like, you know, unfortunately, Corey and Bruder, they're not going to be around here. So you got space for them. You know what I'm saying? But if they decide to go that route, I want something big. I want bigger wings or a big man. That's what I'm looking for.
Say bigger wings.
And that's my thing. It's like, to me, it's just like we have to get big, man. We have to. Like, we keep wanting to get all these guards and all of that, man, and like,
we just watched our team get abused twice in the paint.
Right.
Twice. Back to back.
Exactly. And not just big, but big and athletic. We got that's another big and athletic. Because like you said, we can't keep getting abused on these boards, man. We need some guys that's going to want to put in that dirty work. And that's what I'm not really too concerned with the big with scoring right now. I need somebody that's going to put in that dirty work.
Exactly.
I need somebody that's going that a guy like tonight and Julius Randle is going to bump into and say, you know what? I don't want no parts of this. You know what I'm saying? Right. I need a big that can throw a shot to the third row. Somebody that can play some defense.
Or that could set us a pick a
solid pick.
Give you whiplash, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Look like Willie froze, man. So yeah, man. Like I said, it's just that's what we got to do. That's where we got to go. Obviously, we're gonna have free agency too. So
what y'all think? What y'all think the big man from North Carolina, Babcock?
He too small for me, man.
Man.
Yeah, he undersized. Like he gonna.
I mean, he's athletic though.
But
he's one of those college big men. He's only really like 6'8".
Yeah,
he's athletic though.
But we already dealing with undersized, bro. Listen, you got to understand this, man. We in the Eastern Conference, right? You got to look at how big these teams are in the East right now. I was just talking to somebody earlier about the Cavs, man. The Cavs got a lineup where they throw 3 7-footers at you out there. We got to get big. This league is big. Me and Big A tried to tell Willie, you know, that myth of that small ball myth that they had going on, that it was all bullshit. The big man is dying in this league. That was all a lie. It was all a lie. It was the spur of the moment. That's what it was, man. Like I said,
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, we live in the now. You know,
look at the MVPs.
Yeah,
look at the MVPs. Right. All big men.
Right. You look around the league, it's big man from AD to MB to Joker to it's bigs everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So we still have a big league where big men flourish just fine. So we got to get bigger, and we getting abused in these games in the paint. And even if it's not in the paint, it's because the big is drawing so much attention.
Yep.
Guys on the perimeter are wide open.
And King, I want to address this right quick. When you had your video out the other day, man, about that Pelicans game, I know I'm not gonna go crazy on. I'm not gonna go weird with Dwayne Casey, but I want to say this: why did he? I know Nerlens Noel had 5 fouls in that game. Okay, why is Hamidou Diallo checking Valanciunas? Why is he checking it? I mean, if you would have put Kevin Knox, if you would have put somebody, why you put a smaller defender?
It was a lot of what ifs, Daryl. It was a lot of what ifs that game. Killian was having his best shooting game of the season that game. He was what, 3 for 3 or 4 for 4 from 3-point land.
Yeah.
Dwayne Casey kept him out the entire fourth quarter.
Yeah.
For no reason. And I for the life of me, I'm trying my best not to go at Dwayne Casey no more. I'm just letting him do his thing. Whatever you see fit, you do it. And right now, you know, that's just that. But yeah, I understand because you're not the only one. It was a lot of fans that was talking about that. I was at that game. I was at the game, and the people in the crowd were saying some of the same things. Like, bro, we getting killed. You got to put Knox in. You know, he ain't the biggest guy, but at least he got some length. You know what I'm saying? Valanciunas hook shot. He hook shotted us to death. Yeah. I don't think it was really much we was gonna be able to do about it anyway, though. Because like I said, he's too big, bro.
I was just about to say in that I could kind of see where Casey's trying to go because Hamidou is athletic, but it ain't nothing you can do, and that just furthers the point of why we don't need no guards, no wing players. We need to get big, man. Simple as that.
You talking about get Scoot? Okay, what does that do? You add another Ivy type. You know what I'm saying, to this team, because Ivy obviously is going to continue to develop. So at the end of the day, they probably end up being somewhat similar of players. So you get redundant there when you still got a big hole, you know what I'm saying, down low. That really wouldn't make sense for me.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying it's like, if we can't get Wemby, I mean, I don't want them just like, oh, well, let's go ahead and get Scoot. No, man, because like I say, again, you're taking a chance on a guy who ain't even go to the college game. They playing down there on the All-Star game and the dang on G League and can't even win that championship. So my thing about it is we have to find some way to get bigger.
So what you think about the big man for Purdue?
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
That's what I said, Edie. Yeah.
Yeah. So and you got to look at it, man. We just I see that, Kings Charles. But one thing you got to realize, man, we losing these games because we are the worst defensive team in the league. You know what I'm saying? We get out rebounded. But we're terrible defensively. We are horrible. And we gotta address that. We have to address that. Whether K come back or not, that's something that we have to address. Because, like I said, your best defenders can't be your guards. We need bigs that's going to, be a presence, down late, especially playing the 4. We suffer at the 4 defensively. I mean, good Lord. You know what I'm saying? So we need something. Yeah, Durant. We got Durant. I love when him and Stewart is in the game together. We see them rebound. we see guys a little bit more hesitant to go to the basket. I get that. But we also got to remember that Durant is also 19 years old, just turned 19 years old.
Right.
And we can't keep putting everything on Durant's shoulders like that. We gotta allow him to properly develop too. You know what I'm saying? So getting him another counterpart down there, because I'm gonna say this is gonna be controversial. I don't know, man. I don't know how much longer Marvin Bagley gonna be around.
It's not controversial. I can see that, and I don't know how long he's gonna be around.
Yeah,
He can't never stay healthy. That's the issue.
I don't know how much longer he's gonna be around, man.
Listen, Marvin Bagley is the reason why I don't like for kids to reclassify.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He reclassified out of high school, jumped up into college, and then, he's been in the league a while. And it's just like, dude, at some point you have to take some onus into your own body and to putting that work in. Before we go there, though, what I also wanted to mention is, if you remember in the Indiana game, how many offensive rebounds did Indiana get that game?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying? Teams get so many second chance opportunities against us because we're getting out rebounded. I mean, it's a thing of getting out rebounded on the defensive end or whatever, but when a team can get offensive rebounds on you over and over, just second opportunities, third opportunities, man, that stuff wear on the team, man. So I don't want no guards, no wings, man. We got to get big, man. We have to.
And what you just said was big time when it comes to a guy like Bagley. You see guys in this league all the time, they get in this league, they transform their body. He has not done so. He has not done so. And part of the reason, and part of the way to stay healthier is to invest in your body. You know what I'm saying? You look at guys that's been in this league for as long as they have, like LeBron James. He invests so much into
$1 million a year.
Into his body. You got to transform your body because you're taking a lot of bumps and bruises out there. And the injuries that he's getting, man, it's like, bro, you getting bumped with this and that here, and you out for weeks. You know what I'm saying? You got to get stronger, bro. It's no slight to the young man, but you got to get stronger. You got to be available.
And anybody know, man, anytime you play any game, bro, you're hurt. It ain't a game where you going into the game and you like you ask an athlete, you healthy? Yeah, I'm 100% healthy. Yeah, whatever. There's some type of stuff going on, but you learn, like I say, your body is that's your fortress, man. And you see it a lot of these guys. Like I say, Ben Simmons, he looked the same from when he came into the league. Look at Michael Porter Jr. He's another one. You know, man, you gotta get in that gym, dude. When you sitting up here, like you got a guy like LeBron, right? He look from the Miami LeBron to where he at in the Lakers. He couldn't carry that weight the way he could, back then with Miami to now. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not investing into your body and you got somebody that's spending $1 million on their body a year, okay, good luck, man.
Like I say, you look at a guy, Isaiah Stewart walked in the league in great shape. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Durant walked in the league in great shape. So, the thing with Bagley is, man, you got to tone that body up. You got to get stronger. You're a big. You're going to play against bigs. So you got to be ready for that. You got to be ready for that, man. So I don't know how his future looks. I know, we did, sign him to that contract, but I don't know what his future looks like. The Pistons may use him in a trade, or we'll see. We'll see what Troy Weaver decides to do. But yeah, he got to get stronger. His focus over this summer needs to be strength.
I sort of. The problem with AD, man, AD got to stop hooping in low top shoes. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it again. No big man should be hooping in low top shoes, man.
I don't like low top shoes when it comes to basketball. Period.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude,
it pains me. Like the offensive lineman in me, it pains me to see linemen in low top shoes. It's like Oh, you going in the dirt, dog. Like,
hey, you remember when we used to hoop all the time, man? I used to keep ankle braces on.
Man, like, come on, man.
And Kevin Durant is another one wearing them low top shoes.
But see, he play a different type of game, though, man.
But yeah,
he play a different type of game. A guy like AD, you down there banging and all that, man. You cannot be wearing no low
I
shoes.
agree with you, Big A. He played a different type of game, but Kevin Durant, same thing. He gets them ankle injuries as well.
Yeah. I mean, if you constantly get ankle injuries, and I take it to we take it to the greatest player of all time. You ain't never see MJ hooping no low top shoes.
Nope. And how many times did it take Curry to finally figure out that he needs? You know what I'm saying? So
no, how about this? And a lot of people be talking about the Kobe's. When Kobe tore that Achilles, he came out with some dang on boxing basketball shoes. Like, I'm telling you, dude, them low top shoes, dude, because the fact of you not having that support, dude, and you carrying all that weight, jumping and all of that, dude. Like, I'm telling you, you just look back in the day. Look at David Robinson's shoes. Like, look at all their signature shoes. You look at Hakeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing. All of them guys had high top shoes, man.
Everybody was known to hoop in high top shoes, man.
Freaking David Robinson's shoes was dang near up to your shin, man.
Yeah, but they ain't the style now, man. These guys go for style points.
Well, keep being cute and sit your ass on.
Exactly. look, like you look at today's big guys, you'd be like, ain't no way in hell Shaq would have played in some low top shoes, man. Like, ain't no way.
That must look like two big loaves of
Kevin
bread.
Garnett, Tim Duncan. Like, I remember people
Rasheed Wallace.
People used to complain about Tim Duncan's shoes, talking about they was too heavy. It's a reason why his shoes was made like that. He doing all that banging, carry. Like, dude, it's a reason why. AD want to keep playing in low top Kobe's, man. Like, come on.
All right. Kawhi Leonard is another one too.
No, Kawhi got high tops and New Balances now. He ain't got no low top.
Hey, I say Kawhi Leonard is Anthony Street Clothes cousin, church clothes.
Sweet. He's been balling lately. He's been playing. He's been balling.
See how long he gonna stay there. That's the thing.
Yeah,
until he goes to his golden throne while his peasants of a teammates are playing.
Yeah.
Said the peasants.
So I think we wrap with the Pistons.
Yeah, we covered enough with the Pistons talk. I mean, we can get into some NFL playoffs. It's been some intriguing things, man, going on these last playoff games, man. And looking at them, watching yesterday's game when we had the 49ers play the Seattle Seahawks.
Brock Purdy
should have been the Lions, man.
Mr. Irrelevant, might I add, took care of business last night. And then we had that other game last night with the Chargers and the Jacksonville Jaguars, which I didn't even watch the game because when I seen the score was 24-zip, I said, "Oh, this game is over." Lo and behold, my phone started going crazy. And
listen, when the Jags was down, what was it, 24-zip, whatever? My cousin Marquise went on Facebook and said, "We about to pull off the greatest comeback ever," right? I was gonna laugh at it, but we was going. Me and the wife was on our way out, and we was like halfway to our destination. He called me. He like, cause he's from Jacksonville. I told you, cuz, we're gonna do it. I'm like, what? What's the score? It was at that time it was 31-28. I'm like, heck, but he called it. Oh, sunshine.
Put it out.
Mm-hmm.
He put it out. And of course, in today's games, those fraudulent Vikings lost to the Giants.
Can I tell y'all what the Vikings problem is? Do y'all want to know?
I mean, I can
is it straightforward or is it conspiracy?
No, it's straightforward. This is straight from the top of the top. This from the White House.
Oh,
the problem with the Vikings is They got a Spartan at quarterback. You're never gonna get anything done with a Spartan at quarterback.
Indeed.
Hey, right quick, man. Big A. You know what? I'm going to agree with you, man. No. I'm going to agree. I'm saying because it's Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is
terrible. You like that? You like that?
Listen,
I can't. That man, Kirk Cousins, even when he was in Michigan State, the bigger games, man, he couldn't win. So
he is terrible.
He didn't do it in Washington either when they was paying them all that franchise money each and every year. Even though, like I said, Hockenson had a good game today. Watching him, he did what he could.
He's a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, Pro Bowler. But like I said, Vikings has been fraudulent all season. We seen that, and it gives you angst because you see what we did against the Vikings, you see what they did in the playoffs, and you see what Seattle did in the playoffs, and it just encouraged you. Because then, also earlier this week, the NFL came out and said that there was some missed calls in that Seattle and Los Angeles game, which it looks like the curse just shifted it over. Instead of playing in our game, it was in that game, which if they made the right calls, our outcome would have been different. We could have been sitting in the playoffs right now, but
Boy.
What can you say?
Yeah, man. Like I said, definitely should have been the Lions. Definitely should have been the Lions, but it definitely been more entertaining. The 49ers was giving up some passes, man. With our offense, it would have been, something. But we got to look forward. Our season ended. Man, we got to talk draft. We got to talk draft because that's big time. It's huge. For Brad Holmes, this is big time. This draft and this free agency, because we've reached a point now where all you need to do is plug in playmakers. You got this. First of all, we got to give a round of applause. Got to give a round of applause for this previous draft. Because the value that you got out of those picks, especially the late picks, Kirby Joseph, you know what I'm saying? Right, Houston. You know what I'm saying? The value that you're getting out of these picks, man. J-Mo, good Lord, J-Mo, out there laughing at people. No,
only if we had him sooner.
Hey.
And I'm going to continue to hold on, Big A. I'm going to continue to say this. If he did not get hurt, he was going to be that number one draft pick. I'm gonna keep saying it, and he's going to show that next season. But I'm saying it now. If he did not get hurt in that championship game against Georgia, he was going number one.
Hey, so let's do this. Your top 3 picks for the Lions. Let's go.
Top 3 picks.
Yep. So you do the one that you want. If you can't get that one, then your third one.
All right. So I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna say Carter, Williams, Porter. That's my 3.
Who is Williams?
From not Williams, Anderson. I'm sorry, Will Anderson, Alabama.
Why?
Because he's a playmaker. That's why.
Will Anderson?
Yes.
Why would you draft her and you got Houston?
Because we always can use depth. We about to get rid of them Aqua brothers, so we gonna need somebody that can do it in and at linebacker. You need playmakers. He's a playmaker, and then if he's not, like I said, inside linebacker, then secondary, which Porter from Penn State. So those are 3 levels. Okay. Inside with Carter, linebackers Anderson.
Anderson's not a linebacker; he's gonna be an edge. So you can't.
But see, we don't know that though.
We do know that. Only you trying to make him fit into what you want to draft. He's gonna be an edge. He's gonna be an edge.
But we can use some more edge work. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, secondary, Porter for me from Penn State.
All right, King, what you got?
Carter, Murphy, Breesy. That's where I'm going. Defensive line. You
said Murphy. Who is Murphy?
From Clemson.
Murphy and Brees from Clemson. Are you trying to plug that middle up?
Yeah, you talking the edge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Edge from Clemson.
Okay. What you going, Daryl?
Go Carter. I'm gonna go Will Anderson. And who's the third I want to go? Joey Porter.
So for me, I'm gonna go Carter, Breesy. And the only reason why I'm not saying linebacker, because we just talked about with that first pick, I think the linebackers that we're gonna want is gonna be in around that second round. So that's why I'm not really gonna go there. But yeah, I'm gonna go Carter, Breesy, and then I'm gonna go Porter. Okay. And the reason why I'm saying Carter, right, and Breesy, if we could put somebody right next to Aleem, that's gonna be crazy. Yeah. And then for me, Porter, just to be able to, we got to get somebody on that other side, man. We have to. We most definitely need some depth at corner for sure.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, I agree with you on that one, Big Guy. Then and now, Ringo was going to be my other option at that corner position, which I think that he's a good one that will be available too. But I like Porter.
Porter's just more physical, man. And the thing with Porter, this is what y'all got to remember too. Porter playing in Penn State, man. That's the difference when you got to go play in Soldier Field. You got Ringo used to playing down south, man.
Now hold up, now because we got to pump our brakes on that too, because we did get a Warrior from Penn State too. Now didn't we?
I mean, he had a bad.
He did good though. I mean,
he's kind of he had a
from this year,
out of 3 seasons, he had one bad one.
Exactly, and he battled injury too this year, so we can't act like he didn't do that.
But the issue is because of his trajectory, we thought he was going up. It's the reason why we're debating this secondary position now, right?
I'm not really as worried as a lot of the fans are. Like say, yeah, you entitled to a down year, when you're going through some injuries. He survived the Patricia era, and then he had the best season as a corner last season.
Yep.
So he's entitled to that. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask, are we still? I mean, are we sold on Okudah as well?
I am.
Oh, Okudah, dog.
You think we're sold on Okudah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This basically was his rookie season.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we have Okudah. You know, you said Awari has that, this down season, this past season. We had,
Jerry Jacobs.
Jerry Jacobs and Kirby Joseph had, tremendous seasons once they, able to come back from the injuries. And then, also with Tracy Walker coming back, that's going to be another help to the secondary. So looking for the other side, to lock down the other side, definitely we could look into that in this draft or in free agency as well. We can't forget about free agency now. I think that's going to be cool because there were some high value names out there. I know me and Big A talked earlier. There was some rumors about Jalen Ramsey going to make a move.
And see, and that's why, then that's the next thing that I was going to bring up, man, the next topic, because what we talked about it last show, what the Lions did in front of the nation, those players seeing that. So the recruiting process is just got a lot better for the Detroit Lions. That's players, they want to play for a Dan Campbell, Eric Glenn, hopefully we still Johnson, hopefully. Because the rumors with the Chargers make me nervous.
I think we still. I'm not gonna. I believe we still gonna have him. This season, because he's young. This is his first year being really offensive coordinator now, and you want to really jump him into that role of being head coach already just after one season. I think the smart thing would be to want him to see what he does after year 2. So that's what I'm hoping for, a year 2 with this offense before there's somebody jump the gun and try to take him away.
Yeah, man. Because like I said, you got some great coordinators. Not only that, just the coaches. Period, man. These are ex-players. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So players respect players a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? They these guys that they've done it. You know what I'm saying? So.
That's a fact.
And then you got the head of the whole thing is Dan Campbell. You know what I'm saying? When you got a coach that's like Dan Campbell, that's letting guys go out there, fly around and beat themselves, that's, giving you that attitude, that's telling, the reporter at halftime, we just don't want to see them clowns make it.
Right. And and come through with him saying that too.
Right.
Now, I know this is going to get Big A excited because I was reading this earlier today. I believe it was on Facebook. Somebody had posted an article saying that one of our guys, especially if you look at the picture, that guy right there, Devin Bush, was wanting to play for a former player as a head coach going into the season. So people were speculating that he could have been talking about either Dan Campbell or Peterson over there in Jacksonville. So I know Big A would get excited about that if we could bring Devin Bush over here, because that would kind of right or wrong that we did a few years ago, because we wanted to, you wanted to draft Bush as opposed to getting Hockenson, which, wasn't too bad of a fit. But if we can get Bush to add a depth into that linebacker core, and if he could play back to that almost Pro Bowl level that he was before, injury cost him, that's definitely would be an addition. And then I seen, Marvin said Tremaine Edmonds. I would love that guy, but he's going to get that bag.
He's going to cost some money.
Now we want to spend that bag to get him. That's a different story, but he's going for that bag. But definitely, that would definitely be an upgrade. And I see us definitely looking this offseason to upgrade some positions, particularly I believe in the secondary, where we can really make some noise and get some guys to upgrade at those positions. Because like I said, we got some unrestricted free agents here. Will Harris, Hughes. I don't really see us having, if we can get a upgrade for those guys, I'll pull that trigger, in my opinion.
Also, I don't play. What was it? Melifonwu. I think that's done too.
Right. So we'll definitely get some upgrades in that secondary so we can really solidify this defense under Glenn for sure.
Let's not forget linebackers too.
Yeah, we were just
talking about with Devin Bush.
We were just talking about that. Like I said, I know you missed it when I was saying, Devin Bush said he wanted to play for a former player.
Yeah. This is the draft where that second round, those third rounds, it's gonna be some backers there, man, and we gotta go get some guys, man.
Now, fellas, another question. Another question, man. Running back.
Oh, you took the out. That was gonna be my next.
You know what?
Back,
you know what, King. King. Me and Big A, we had this conversation earlier this week, and I have to say it. I'm not sold on Swift.
They love Swift. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. But
they love that boy.
I know they do. But the reason why I'm saying I'm not saying get rid of him, but I'm saying we do need to address either in free agency or in the draft. We're going to need that third back, because as good as Swift is, like, it's the consistency as far as the health goes. So we need somebody, because Williams, he was that horse. That's another. We have to re-sign Williams. We got to re-sign Williams. But we need that.
They're gonna be on fire if they don't re-sign Williams, man.
Right.
Listen, and this a lot of people need to take a page out of Williams' book. Not only did he produce on the field, the city loves Williams. Yes. If the Lions let Williams go, people would be downtown Ford Field. Brad Holmes gonna have to shoot a bunch of fades.
Yeah.
So they better keep Williams there, man. They better keep. And my cousin, man. So as y'all know, Big Willie and King went to spring training and everything, and so Willie got me a ball. It was autographed by Williams, Amanio, and I forgot who else it was. And I gave the ball to my cousin, my big cousin, man, and I was telling Willie, I was like, "Hey, Willie, man, you know that ball you got for me?" He's like, "Yeah, the one with Williams." He's like, "Man, Willie, first thing, he's like, I know you got that put up somewhere." I say, "Yeah, my big cousin got it put up in his house."
Oh, man.
Touchdown king, man.
To think about it, man, like to break Barry Sanders' touchdown record, man, come on, man.
Yeah, man. Like, when the last time we said we had 1,000-yard rusher?
Exactly.
Oh man, it's been a while.
Yeah.
And just to think about that, how nasty that looks, knowing that we had the Reggie Bush, the Adrian Peterson.
Was it Kevin?
We was out here with Michael Ashore.
Like, oh my God!
What?
Yeah.
What was that? Kevin
Smith, wasn't it?
Last 1,000.
Kevin Smith, Kevin Jones, Kevin. Yeah. We had some, man. It's been bad.
So I remember at one point in time, Corey Schlesinger was leading the team in rushing, dude.
Dang, he pulled Corey Schlesinger out the archives. Goodness gracious, Joyce's
Man.
That Barry curse was true indeed, man, because we really haven't really solidified that position since he retired, man. That's been
retired.
And you know, just to take it back to King's point, man, this draft is like, for what we need in this draft, it is so perfect because it's deep at the places that we need somebody. You still can go ahead and find that quarterback that you want to, you know, sit up under golf.
Yeah.
You can go get them linebackers, and, you know, they're not going to have to cost you a first round. I mean, the Sewell, the Jack Campbells, like, them guys are going to be there, man. And even the running backs that's coming out. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, man.
And see, the thing is this, though, with the running backs coming out as well, like I said, how the game is going now, you don't have to.
That's our last 1,000-yard rusher right
there. Was he Abdullah was? I don't recall that.
I remember him holding on the ball enough.
He fumbled too many times, right, for them to be a 1,000-yard rusher. Yeah, with the running back game now, like you said, you don't have to waste a first-round pick on that. You know, those guys are going to be available in the second round and beyond. But let me ask you guys this, you know, so because you know Brad Holmes, he's been a wizard as well. Do you think he's going to try to do something with that 18th pick?
You sound like to move up.
Hope you don't trade.
I mean, move up, move down. Like I said, we had this same, you know, we went through this last season.
I need to look at the total amount of assets that we do have, though, before I say that, because I'm not. How many? Anybody know how many draft picks we have in general?
I know we don't have a second round.
No, we got one because we trade. That's the Minnesota one that we flipped. So we got like I think 4 in the top. You know, we got, you know, several in that top 60. I think we got like 4 in the top 60, 70, you know, with those picks. So we got some picks. You know, we got some picks. And like you said, what we did last season, we wasn't expecting him to move up to get J-Mo. So that's what I'm saying. Brad Holmes, you know, he's known for some trickery too. Like you said, he may got some photos on some of these GMs, the way he be moving these picks.
I tell you what, they may use one of them later picks on Moody. I tell you that.
That's right. No, that's right. Yeah, that's a fact.
Get Moody, damn it.
Yeah,
they got 9 picks. So 2 6th rounds, 1 5th, 1 3rd, 2 second-round picks, and 2 first
rounds.
Yeah, you got 2 on it. 1st and 2 second rounders, and man, he might. He gonna
do some. He gonna do some.
To me, this the only way I can really see him moving up if it's like somebody that might have slipped down. And the only way I can see him really trying to do that if it's a quarterback that might have just slipped down. He like, hold on, we could go ahead and slide up. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
but
you know, like a Richardson
anything else, I don't really see him having to do that.
Like a Richardson from Florida might be sitting there.
I think Richardson gonna be late first round though.
Yeah, I'm with you on that too, Durr. I'm with you on Richardson. Got to work on his accuracy, man.
Yeah. Well, we already know, you know, when that combine come around, how things change up. That's why I think they pushing Will Levis, which I don't.
You want to make another bet?
Listen, listen.
You know what? You know, let's give a shout out to our sponsor, Culture. You know what I'm saying? You know, the last time we made a bet, and listen here, Juan, Kari, Cash. If y'all listening, whoever I send in there, if they lost a bet, don't give them a deal. I want them to hurt. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and another thing, you know, while we talk about Culture, you know, go ahead and run it down for him, Willie.
What's that? Oh, yeah, you know, well, I guess we could give a shout out to our sponsor, Culture Detroit, located at 19327 Illinois Avenue of Fashion. So if you guys ever in that area, go ahead, check them out. Buy, sell, consignment, trade. They have high quality sneakers as well as fashion too. They had a bunch of those Canadian Goose in there, man.
Listen,
you know, I'm too big for that, man.
I had to put a call in for these, man.
Ooh.
You know. These the OGs, you know, the OGs too. I had to put a call in for these. So shout out to Juan and them over there at Culture. You know, they also ship and they deliver too.
Yes,
you know, they do it all, man. They cover it all. If you buy something, you can even get them delivered to your house. You know,
indeed. But I ain't ready to make them predictions as far as like the
you
quarterback
don't want
goes
to lose
yet.
again? Okay.
No, because like I said,
would you take Hendon Hooker in the late round?
Yes. Now, what late first round or just later round?
Yeah, late round.
Of course. I'm with it.
Yeah.
The year he had and what he did before he got hurt, most definitely.
But I had this conversation with Big A offline, and because we talked about this, with the bet with dealing with Malik Willis, and I'll reference like the other guys that jumped up in the draft. The reason why I said Malik Willis was going to jump in the draft too, but there was some elements that I didn't realize, but I don't think I should be able to say it online. The reason why things didn't transpire the way they did, because it may be a little controversial, but we're going to see this year, because I think Will Levis is overrated in my opinion.
Listen, this is what y'all got to understand. Roll with your boy over here. Don't listen to Willie when it comes to the draft. You know what I'm saying? I got a nice pair of dunks out the deal, that's sitting up in the closet.
Listen, you were sweating bullets with that pick came out, because you was ready to like, oh man, I know I lost this one to that name drop.
Hey, listen, I wasn't sweating nothing. I said Kenny Pickett was going to be the first quarterback off the board, and he was the first quarterback off the board. That bet was made live here on Week 3 Kings.
It sure was.
And
but he was sitting there sweating when that pick came. He was like, "Oh man."
Hey, but this is one thing. Even I was telling Willie when we was talking about it. I was like, we forgot Kenny Pickett was the hometown kid. They thought Kenny Pickett was gonna be, because we thought he was going to the Panthers.
Right. Well, yeah. Like I said, when the Panthers didn't pick him up, that's when things got interesting in that draft. So we're going to see this year. It may not be a quarterback, but we're going to figure out another bet for this draft coming up.
And listen, stop listening to these quarterbacks these quarterback gurus who talk about, he got small hands. Kenny Pickett balled out.
Listen, man, I tell people every single year, listen, football is a game based on talent. It's not no track meet. It's not all about measurements.
Nope.
How many undersized players did this? How many players with short arms and this, that? Aiden Hutchinson has short arms. Remember that?
Yep. They were saying that.
So, like I said, don't feed into all of that stuff. They just like to have something to talk about on TV.
Listen, I was arguing with a guy that he was saying he referenced something about Michigan and 3 stars, right? And I was telling him, I'm like, yeah, you can stargaze all you want to. He's like, name me a 3-star that did anything in the league. Aaron Donald.
And Aaron Donald is undersized for his position.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He still got knocked before he got drafted. For being undersized, dumbass Lion. Still got knocked.
Listen, man.
Go ahead and say Aaron Ebron with that
Willie,
pick, man.
Go ahead and say it, Willie. Why didn't we draft Aaron Donald?
Because that fat Farley in the middle.
Randy, Willie used to always say, we ain't draft Aaron Donald because that dang on fat Farley.
Oh, man.
We didn't draft Aaron Donald because Lion's stupid, man. You still draft Aaron Donald if you got Fairley or not. They stupid.
My thing, okay, it looks like if you didn't want to go Aaron Donald, you could have went Odell Beckham. We didn't have nothing on the other side of Calvin.
Nope.
Nothing.
No, we wanted to be predictable on offense. Matthew Stafford to Calvin. Matthew Stafford to Calvin. Matthew Stafford to Calvin. We want to be predictable, right?
We had that 1 year. Nate Burleson, man. Yeah, that 1 year at Nate Burleson.
Nate Burleson was solid as well as go to take. When he finally
we ain't had nothing on the other side of Calvin.
We could have had at that point in time we could have had that Odell Beckham.
Exactly.
But we got Eric Ebron.
Listen. They had 3 people on Calvin, so he couldn't get a fly route. We had nothing on the other side of Calvin Johnson.
What offense they running? Oh yeah. To Calvin Johnson, that's the offense.
Right. Hey, subject we got to get into that's been a topic of subject since the season ended.
Yes.
And this Jim Caldwell debate.
Dan Campbell.
Oh my goodness.
Dan Campbell debate. Listen. We are not going to make this about race, ladies and gentlemen.
Please don't. Please.
Listen, this is what you have to understand, and this is how you could just tell when some people are just fans of the moment or whatever the case is.
This is
but to us who know this, Jim Caldwell had to make it to the Super Bowl to keep his job. He probably had to still win the Super Bowl to keep his job because Quinn came in here. I can get us a Patriot guy. You know what I'm saying? So we not gonna make this oh, look at the praise Dan Campbell getting because of this and cut. Listen, we have to grow as people, man. Everything is not about race. Listen, Caldwell was in a position where the guy who was calling the shots was waiting for any reason to get rid of Caldwell because his promise was, I can get us a Patriot guy, and that's how we got Big Willie's favorite guy. What's his name, Big Willie?
Fat Patricia.
and then did a shitty job while Caldwell was here of acquiring talent.
Exactly.
He had no depth on those teams whatsoever, and them guys could not stay healthy whatsoever.
And see,
people was coming here just getting checks. Like, you got to remember, we were bringing over all the Patriot guys, but not the right ones. You know what I'm saying? You know, so listen, everything is not about race, ladies and gentlemen, and we got to move away from that.
Who was the other coach, that he was in contention with for the job? Because they wanted him, and he was terrible.
Wasn't it? Well, I thought it was it was Vrabel.
No, it was somebody else. He went somewhere else. It might have been it wasn't
I know one of y'all in the comments know because he was supposed
it was
to be
the
the
offensive
savior.
coordinator, Willie. I think it wasn't the one that. Remember the one who you like? How he keep getting a job?
McDaniel.
No,
McDaniels.
It wasn't him. It was somebody else.
No, I think it was McDaniels.
No.
I'm telling you, I covered this, man. It was
yes,
the Tennessee coach,
Vrabel.
No.
Houston. You talking about from Houston? Used to coach Houston, didn't he?
What is his name? Somebody give it to me.
No, we're talking about the one that before that we settled on Patricia, but I could have sworn it was the one over there in Vegas.
No,
I'm thinking. I thought it was.
No, this
up,
the head coach for Houston.
You know,
remember he was the one. He was the one that told you. And then I want DeAndre
Adam Gates.
Yeah.
No, not Bill O'Brien. No,
this guy
Bill O'Brien was at Penn State during that time. But I swear it was. I think the other person was. It was Vrabel. I'm pretty sure it was Vrabel.
No, it was a Patriot guy. I want to say it was
Vrabel was a Patriot guy too.
No, but I want to say it was that OC.
McDaniel. I don't think it was. I know what you're talking about, King. But I'm
was Bill
O'Brien. Trying to pull it up, man.
We'll see. But either way, while you pulling up, let me the whole Dan Campbell, Caldwell thing is, to me, it's trajectory. With Caldwell, the trajectory was going down. You know, we was 11-4. Then it went like to 10-5. Then we went down to 9-7. So it was going downwards. It was a downward spiral, as opposed to what's going on with Dan Campbell. We started off last season 3-13. Then we go, start the season 1-6, and then we end at 9-8. So the trajectory is going up. So a 9-8 and a 9-7 season, when they put that comparison, the trajectories was going in a different direction. One was going down, one was going up. So that's why I don't see that comparison being.
And to all fairness, Big Willie, and that's in that Jim Caldwell era when it was going kind of the record was going down. You got to think too. We had a lot of key players was hurt. We had a lot of key players was hurt in that and that's
true. And that's when. But like you said, Big A, he had to win playoff games. Yeah, okay.
The guy. The city wanted Ken Wisenhunt.
You're right. There it is.
And he was terrible.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah,
he used to coach Arizona, didn't he?
Who Wisenhunt?
Yeah, I think he used to coach Arizona, and he was the offensive coordinator. I think from Pittsburgh too. Yeah.
He was a coordinator for Pittsburgh, and then he went over there to Tennessee.
He was a head coach for Arizona for a little bit.
Yeah. It was them two guys because we wanted either him or Patricia, and I can't even lie to you, I wanted Patricia too. In the beginning, I said, okay, I was a Patricia guy when the first hire happened. I gotta admit to it, but he disappointed me, and that's why he's Fat Patricia right now because I was like, okay. I didn't really like the Caldwell firing, but I knew it was coming because he had to get to the playoffs in order for him to keep his job, and it didn't work out. And we got spoiled thinking like all Patricia had to do, because the pieces were in place with what Caldwell had. He was supposed to be bringing us to the next level. That was what was supposed to happen. He was supposed to bring that New England Patriots pedigree over to bring us into the next level, and he destroyed this damn team. Where my goddamn picture? See, I see Marvin. He's gonna have to get on his camera.
I told you, Marvin.
He's gonna have to get on his camera. I'm telling you,
man.
He's gonna have to show up on his camera one of these days. I'm just gonna let him know that. You keep with them laughing faces. You're gonna be on camera one of these days.
Listen, Marvin, I'm gonna let you know. Listen. Me, King, and Big Willie, we from the school, and we walk in the room. Listen, in our head, we flame the whole room.
Man.
So Marvin, you listen. That's why Willie saying you got to get on this camera.
So don't you ever show your picture on here,
please don't.
You ever, Marvin,
ever.
Man, Willie gonna be at home like he writing an 8 Mile freestyle.
Man. Don't do it because I'm already lining them up in the back of my head. You're gonna do us that favor one time, right? I'm gonna bless you. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna bless you real nice.
Man. So
this like I said, I was just mad as the players was when Caldwell got fired, to be honest. I didn't like it because it was the first time in a long time we had an actual culture. The players was fully bought in. Only thing I was waiting on was talent, and that never came. You know what I'm saying? You got so complacent. You got Matthew Stafford, Calvin Johnson. Bro, that's not enough. We never addressed our offensive line. We never addressed the running back room. Reggie Bush was here, but he couldn't stay healthy. Same old story. Same old Lions. And it was driving me crazy. So when they fired him, I already knew they wanted to fire him anyway. A lot of people in the city wanted in the beginning, but I already knew they was looking for a reason to get him up out of here anyway. So
the right was definitely on the wall.
They pissed off Sue, like everything, man. It was just like
and I knew Calvin Johnson clock started ticking.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because he was getting, and he still saying today. He just did an interview with Richard Sherman. He didn't like what the Lions was doing. Yep. They was doing some bull crap, man.
Especially with his money.
Yeah.
Especially with the money, man.
And Calvin Johnson, man, it just reminds me like how they was forcing this man to still go in there on torn meniscus and everything. And that's why I was so like when this whole thing came up with Cade, remember for us, it took me back to the Grant Hill thing when they were just giving him the shots in the knee when this man should have been sitting down. That's why I was on the thing with Cade, get it fixed, relax, rehab. You know what I'm saying? And like with the Lions, for you to do that and everything that this man gave you, and then y'all took him to court to get money back. Like that's just horrible, man.
You're exactly right, Yolanda. It's the reason why Big Pay Slay is not here because of Fat Patricia and his mom.
And who ended our playoffs? Quandre Diggs.
Yep. Oh yeah. Don't forget he let Quandre Diggs go too.
Just because they spoke up against his fatness.
Yep.
He want to get rid of everybody. Bro, you can't walk in here talking about I won a Super Bowl and blah 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 blah. Don't nobody care.
All right, you ain't winning that Super Bowl. Belichick ran that Super Bowl. Now, but you gonna tell? They probably told how you gonna tell me to do 30 burpees and you can't do one.
and it's crazy because as you can see that Belichick tree don't have success outside of New England. That's how I'm saying.
You do kind of do look like Patricia, dog.
Well, hold on. Where my pen at? Though? Hold on.
Get that man a pencil for his ears.
All you gotta do is put a pen in your ear.
Look like Patricia if he played in the mud.
Right. But Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. Like you said, like we said, these off-season moves are gonna be very important for the Lions to take it to that next route, man. That next level.
It's time.
This is like the most exciting offseason we didn't had in the Lions in a long time.
Yeah.
This year, even though, like I said, I kept them trajectories similar for a reason. Ours got derailed for the Pistons, obviously because of the injuries. But for both teams, this season was the season to compete. Mm-hmm. And the Lions competed. They competed their asses off. Mm-hmm. Now it's time to start winning.
Yep. Carry the momentum out to the next.
Yep. It's time to start winning, man. You add some studs in there. You add them playmakers, man. You go on free agency. You sure up some things. Now it's time to start saying, okay, we here. We here. The NFC North is ours.
It's ours.
It's ours. Fraudulent Vikings. Aaron Rodgers, go to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. No more of that smack talking and being on shows and Pat McAfee and all of that crap. Bro,
Pat McAfee had to apologize, man, for his little rant.
Mm-hmm. And you see, Aaron Rodgers didn't even make it to his Pat McAfee show this week either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pull your skirt down, Aaron Rodgers.
But yeah, this is definitely going to be a exciting offseason for the Lions, man. I look forward to it. But can't jump too far ahead because we still got playoffs going on right now, man. Yeah. And looking forward to those games. Like I said, we got Cincy and Baltimore playing right now. It looks like Cincy up 9-7. No, actually, Baltimore just kicked the field goal, so it's 10-9 Baltimore. And that's another thing we're going to have to talk about, too, because, people going to bring it up because there seems to be turmoil going over in Baltimore with Lamar Jackson. I know we discussed that, previously over different shows, but with him being frustrated,
ain't gonna happen. They gonna franchise tag them.
But that's another discussion. They've been saying that we're gonna franchise tag them, and then they re-sign one of the other guys on the defense to make room for the franchise tag. But the thing is this though, is he going to play under the franchise tag?
It don't matter. It don't matter. They got 2 years to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's almost saying what Dallas did with Dak Prescott.
Yep.
And then they end up signing.
Yep.
Yeah, but Dak wanted to be in Dallas.
Well, Jerry didn't gonna pay him.
All right.
Well, with this Jerry Jones we talking about. Hey, the thing with Jerry Jones, man, I always say this. Jerry Jones, the GM and the owner of the team. I say Jerry Jones would have fired Jerry Jones if he wasn't Jerry Jones.
Almost definitely.
Oh yeah.
Now, how could you say something like that about Jerry Jones?
Jerry Jones.
Here, clean my glasses. Thank you very much. Yeah. That guy, man.
Yeah, man. I think he got too. He's too. I think his time to me has passed. It's like, okay, it's time for some fresh eyes. But the problem is,
listen,
he's not gonna allow that to happen.
There you go. Mm-hmm. What happened with Oakland? Al Davis passed for real. Yeah. That's the only. I hate to say it like that,
and that's what's going to happen.
That's going to be the only thing that's going to happen. Jerry Jones is he has nothing else to do.
No,
nothing.
What is he going to do? To be honest,
his family don't want him. You know what I'm saying? They don't even want to be around them.
Now, and you know what? They did kind of had that little scandal.
Most definitely. Having kids and paying them off. And, yeah, man. He know he ain't, man, listen, he ain't got nothing else to do.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I heard he even head of the cheerleading picking committee for the Cowboys, too.
He probably is, too.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
He probably...
Speaking of ownership, just real quick, we gotta give it to Sheila Ford. We got to, for making that hire, for bringing Dan Campbell in here, for her and and everybody. We got to give it to him.
Yeah. And it's been quiet over the last several weeks. Sell the team. Force need to sell the team. Listen, for all you sell the team people, and I keep saying it. Shut up. That's not how this works.
He will never sell his team because you drunks keep going to the game.
Listen.
Force need to sell the team.
Listen, the Fords are never going to sell the Detroit Lions.
As long as they keep making them cars, as long as they keep
listen.
They said
you talk about a write-off for a company. The Fords is not gonna listen. The Lions is owned by Ford. The field is named Ford Field. Like, it is not gonna happen.
No.
Listen,
it's not gonna happen.
They like Jared Goff missed that pass, man. The Fords need to sell the team, dog.
That's just like asking Heinz Ketchup to sell the Steelers. It's not gonna happen.
It's not happening.
I keep telling people all the time, and Martha is double rich. She's Ford Firestone.
Ford Firestone.
Double rich, man.
Her tires is in the field right now.
Why would they sell it to
tires in the field
where they've been bad all of these years and y'all still sold out
millions?
Stadium? Why would they do that? That's stupid from a business standpoint.
Because Detroit is a sports city. We gon' support our teams no matter what.
Don't say that about the Pistons fans.
Well,
the most fair weather fan base I've ever seen in my life.
Well, especially when the Lakers in town. Oh my goodness, you guys is terrible.
That is disgusting.
You guys are you
that
Pistons
is
fans.
Disgusting when. That is so disgusting. Listen, like I'm a huge Tom Brady fan, but you best believe when he line up against them Lions, I want them to knock his you know what in the dirt.
That's like you going to a Tigers game. You root for the Yankees. Like, seriously, come on.
It is just so disgusting when you seen that game and all that Laker jerseys in that stadium.
Listen, you should have, if you was at the stadium, which I was in that game, and seeing all the folks rooting, it's bad, man.
I just want to take a moment to say thank you to Yolanda for subscribing to the channel.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Yolanda. We Three Kings appreciate you, my lady.
Yes, we do.
We love our Lions too. So when we talk Lions, anything is going to be realistic. Yep. It's going to be straightforward. We're not going to sell you no Kool-Aid. Look, it's the real deal.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. But like you said,
question right quick. Y'all think this is going to be Tom Brady's last game with Tampa?
It should be.
No, it's not gonna be his last game because he's gonna beat the Cowboys.
Man,
yeah, that's true.
Cowgirls. I forgot about that.
You hear him on the sideline. I'm undefeated against the Cowboys.
I can't wait to watch Stephen A. Smith after they lose.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you gotta watch Skip. You skip when they lose.
Skip. So, what y'all think? We good with the Lions?
Yeah,
man. We're just looking forward to this offseason, man. I know we itching on that, but
we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. I know Big A been angst about it, and I know Spartan fans is salivating too at the thought of Jim Harbaugh and his coaching decision.
Well, not me. No.
Well, your Spartan crew have, because you know if Jim Harbaugh decides to go ahead and try to make that transition, you know they're gonna be eating it up in Sparty world to make sure Harbaugh is gone, which he hasn't. You know, he said that of course he loves Michigan, and he wants to coach here. There's been talks of getting that extension, but there's also been talks with him in NFL. We recently had a virtual interview with Denver, and there's probably gonna be some other opportunities in which we went through this situation last season, and he said he sees himself coaching in 2023, but it really hasn't been fully convincing to a lot of the Michigan fan base that he's really going to be here. And for me personally, I feel that if he gets the opportunity and if a team from the NFL says we want you as our coach, he's going to take it. That's my gut feeling about it. Big A, King, y'all may feel a little different.
Before I let Big A rip it, me personally, I don't think a team in the NFL really wants him. I mean, truly, seriously wants him. Maybe entertain it, interview him on the strength, whatever it is. But I don't think a team in this league really wants. They're looking into the collegiate level and saying, "I want Jim Harbaugh." I don't think it's a team in the league for that's saying that right now.
I would have to piggyback what you saying, King. That I definitely agree on that, man. I think that he has a to me, Harbaugh has a lot to prove this upcoming season. You've been to the college football playoffs twice. You lost. So this is really the time he got to show now. He get back there and trying to win a national championship.
And why
he got Blake Corum coming back? So
and what else? Go ahead, Big A. What else is coming back, man? I know you sitting there. You see that smile on his face.
you know what? Because this all right. Let me get into this whole Harbaugh thing, right? As Big Willie King, y'all know the conversations we had. Y'all know I'm one of the biggest Harbaugh supporters there is, right? I am tired of this circus, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, it's like we're coming out two of the best years Michigan has had in a while, and it's like we can't even we can't even reap the benefits of recruiting because this continues to come up, right?
Yeah.
So it's two people that I have a big issue with this. One being Harbaugh, right? And it's like you said we wasn't gonna have this issue, and it came right back, right? The other person that I have issue with is Ward Manuel. You non-athletic bone in your body of a person ain't never put on a pair of cleats. It's always a person, a square that gets the job like over something like this. And the reason why I'm saying this, right? Because when Harbaugh wasn't producing, you cut his pay.
Mm-hmm.
Harbaugh took it like a man. But when he did produce, just like any of us, yesterday's price is not going to be today's price.
There you go.
Because guess what? When you said I wasn't producing, I took the pay cut.
Mm-hmm.
Took all the ridicule behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I got a guy in East Lansing that can't beat Indiana to get into a bowl game that's making more money than me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I got a guy in Ohio State that was born on third base that can't touch me. That's making more money than me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so them two, and what got me is when, the president had to come out, Santoro, it's like he playing the role of the parent. Mm-hmm. Hey, I need both of y'all to get this together because we got to look at the bigger picture here. You know what I'm saying? And that's my thing too. I'm kind of there too. Like, if it was a team that wanted Harbaugh, they would have pulled the plug.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, it's this whole, this can't continue to be a weapon used against Michigan. Right. Ward Manuel and Harbaugh got to get this thing together. And my thing about Ward Manuel, if your coach is telling you, we got to get this NIL thing because, listen, the NCAA is more worried about me buying a cheeseburger for a player than LSU running sex parties. Tennessee paying a high school player $8 million when you're not even. It's not supposed to be a pay for play. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Ohio State, Ryan Day coming out saying, "I need at least 12
million.
Yeah. I need 12 million. He telling you I am paying guys to come here to play. Then you got Ward Manuel who ain't got no neck. I don't even know how your collar button around it, and you got a tie on it, and you don't want to listen, man. We have to. The NCAA ain't gonna do nothing with this NIL because you best to believe they making money under the table. So we have to get. I'm sick of this, man. It's just. Listen, we got Blake Corum coming back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got Zach Zinter coming back. We got Trevor Keegan coming back. Michael Barrett announced he coming back. And just on top of everything we did in the transfer portal, what we already had bringing back. And it's like, here we go again having to deal with this NFL crap. And it's it's just sickening, man. It's like let's get over this and pay the man. Mm-hmm. But Harbaugh also on your end, you got to be a man of your word.
There you go. And that's my thing about it too, is like you said, you got being a man of your word. why even entertaining? You know, and that's how I feel. Like I know he wants to get back in. You don't play with the NFL. It's like that's not something you play with, in my opinion. If you're not serious about it, don't even entertain it.
But that's the thing too, though, Willie. You gotta also, and this is why I say it's both of them, because this the thing too, Willie. On your end, if you don't show that you got the leverage of the NFL, how you gonna get your money?
Right, which I can understand that, but look what that look like you said, Big A. Look how that's hurting recruiting and everything else around. You know what I'm saying?
Think about this, Big Willie. He's the 12th highest paid coach. 12. We're talking 12.
Yeah,
he's not even the highest paid coach in the Big Ten.
Some got to shake.
Let's be honest here, dude. He's the 4th highest paid coach in the Big Ten. Ryan Day get paid more than him. Mel Tucker gets paid more than him, and Franklin over there, Penn State get paid more than him.
Fleck just got an extension too over there in Minnesota, so I think he might be getting more than at this point.
He ain't getting more, but so you got to look at it like that too.
So yeah, that extension right now, because like I said, they're in the talks. From what we're hearing, they said they're, according to reports, that they were close to getting that signed, but there were some issues with some of the things, like you said, dealing with NIL and the assistant coaches, making sure that they get taken care of as well. So
and that was another thing too. He not only looking for the money for himself, he also saying, my assistants need to get paid more. And then it was another thing with the recruiting. It's like, dude, you have schools like Oregon, who has a whole they have a whole recruiting division. That's all these people do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got schools like Washington. That's why we lost Morgan to Washington. He's over there running that. So and that's why I don't think he's gonna go anywhere. Because look, really, let's be honest. If he was gonna go somewhere, we would have a mass exodus right now.
Yep.
These players that's coming back. We're talking guys that
should be in the NFL. There's a lot of NFL caliber guys.
Back. We haven't had any decommitments or anything like that. So I feel like this go around is different because he's being honest with them. He's open with them. But it's like Michigan, you have to take it up another level. Recruiting times are changing. And that's what irritates me with Ward Manuel. Like, dude, we got to go out here. We got to even this playing field, man. Like,
right, and not waste time with petty politics and get it together. Yeah. So, like I said, Big A, I agree. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this going to this offseason, because like I said, this is always something that other coaches is going to use when it comes to recruiting.
Like he's not
exactly. He's not even going to be there. So I don't know why you guys even want to go around. So, and we got to get, like you said, got to get tired of that, every offseason had to deal with that. Because that's as soon as the season was over, that was the first thing people were saying. But then here we go, him taking the meeting and which just fuels that fire that irritates people, especially the fan base. Okay, you said after last season when the Minnesota job didn't fall through, okay, I'm locked in. You said, listen, I tried it. It didn't work. I'm done with it. And that's where my problem is with Harbaugh. Is like, dude, you said last season you were done with that, trying to get back in the NFL. But now all of a sudden, even if he is playing the long run, trying to, with Ward Manuel, a lot of people don't get that. They're not going to see that. And it's going to upset people and his fan base. And like I said, it definitely hurt recruiting. So I'm hoping that hopefully this week that they can finally get this thing put the rest, get them extensions so we can move forward and look forward to next season. Because like you said, we got some guys coming back next season. We got our entire backfield coming back next season. McCarthy, Edwards, and Corum in the backfield next season. Daryl, man, I know y'all like, that just, as a Spartan fan, I know y'all just like, God, that don't sound right. That don't feel good at all. Knowing that y'all got to have to deal with that next season.
Man, it's going to be tough, man, because like you said, my team, we got a lot of work to do, man. First of all, we got to shore up our defense. We got to shore up our defense. I'm not too heavy worried on the offensive side. That defense we have to work on. That's my biggest concern.
Now
Mel Tucker got to get it. You getting paid $95 million a year. You $95 million, and I mean, yes, this is your third season. I mean, the COVID season. You know, I mean, everybody had a lot of teams had a bad season. You know, in the COVID year. So, you know, last year, you know, we had Kenneth Walker. He did his thing with 11. You know, saying with 11-2, and then this year. You know what I'm saying? We was too inconsistent, man. So Michigan State, we got a lot of work to do. But I wanted to say what Big A was talking about, man. Listen, hey, I definitely feel your pain and understand, like, because I knew that he wasn't going nowhere, man. I know Harbaugh wasn't going to lead to the NFL, or you know, or say like if Deion Sanders didn't get the Colorado job, and Colorado don't say, hey, we're gonna throw you $100 million to come for us. I knew he wasn't gonna leave, man. I just knew he wasn't gonna leave. It was just, you know, and like I said, I agree with every point you're saying about, you know, with Harbaugh, got to take some responsibility. I agree with that, man. And like I said, this is the year, man. Y'all can get back and win the Big Ten and get back in that playoffs. Because if you don't get in that playoffs, at least it's gonna be a lot of eyebrows and questions.
To me, it's just like like I said, it's like we gotta go without this like off-season drama, man. But like I said, on the other end, it's like you also gotta be a thinking person. It's like if I take the pay cut, I'll take it like a man. I take the lumps that come with it, you know, laughing stock, all of that stuff. And then I come back. And I come back and I prove myself. Hey, man, you don't have to pay for what they did in the cold rush. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to pay up, man. And I just think, like, with Michigan, it's like this stuff, we just got to get this. Like, this is like self-inflicted wounds that we keep continuously to deal with ourselves. And it's like we shouldn't have to worry about this. But like I said, I think, but sometimes when you got somebody and they just so much in control and they don't want to like come to it, like the job that these guys have done, man, they deserve money, man. And we have to, you know, and that's why I said I don't think he's going to go. I think it's different from last year because like Big Willie say, you know, he trying to get more money for the assistants, trying to get more help for the program as far as recruiting, NIL, like the whole deal. And like I said, if we were seeing a lot of like decommitments, guys leaving and all of that stuff, I'd be like, okay, because a lot of the guys we lost in the transfer portal was just like, you kind of saw that coming. You know what I'm saying? Only one I could say we probably all was surprised about was like Iabioki. I mean, but it's going to be his 5th school in 5 years. So, but other than that, it wasn't like we lost somebody to where it was like, oh my God, like what's going on? So if we was to start to see that, then I'll be kind of worried. But I just think they got to, like Willie say, man, get this stuff over and close with this week, man. Because, you know, you got the transfer portal that's closing up. Signing day is getting close. You know, Michigan is still in for some high dudes. So it's like, I don't need this.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be honest, if I'm a coach from a rival school, man, I'm using that to my advantage.
Like always. And that's what they always do.
And you say this before we, you know, and I'm going to say this too, because I had a couple people that was just about the basketball team, the men's basketball. I had people say that Juwan Howard, if he doesn't get it done this year or maybe next year, that they should move on. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with Juwan Howard should be moved on. To be honest, Juwan Howard, he doing what he can do with that team, even this year. Even though they has not been, I think they won today, didn't they?
Yeah, they pulled it out today.
Yeah.
The thing with Juwan Howard, like I said, not this year, but next season, I feel that it's going to be hot for him next season if they don't start off like they should. This season, like I said, it's a lot of young guys that need. I think this season, what's going to happen is it's going to come on later on in the season because, like you said, we got a lot of young guys playing, and we lost 2 young guys last season to the NBA, which would have fit very well this season. So the one and done thing kind of hurt their progression this season. But when those young guys start to get familiar with this game, I think they're going to get on next season. I think with Dickinson moving on, it's going to open it up more spaces next season for a different outcome. So next season, I would say, yeah, the seat is going to be a little bit hot, but can't jump to that conclusion just yet. As far as like I said, he's coming off of back-to-back Sweet 16s, even it was with John Beeling's
I thought
team,
but he ate the year before.
Yeah, Sweet 16, Elite 8, yeah. So he still has some, and then him winning the Big Ten
championship too.
So you can't get rid of him off of that.
Nah.
But like you said,
but you are gonna hear some term. I want to get at this question from Culture about Andrew. I mean, we hated to see it, him leaving, but there was always rumors about him leaving. And when we saw him leaving, that just came to like some other guys were staying. Andrea wants to be a number 1. You know what I'm saying? And so I totally understand. I was just happy he didn't go to East Lansing. So
exactly. But yeah, I see that coming. Like I said, the production wasn't where we thought he was going to be this season too. We thought he was going to be that breakout receiver, especially what he did last year in East Lansing and being from East Lansing, but it just never panned out. And like I said, that wide receiver room is just going to get even bigger with the freshmen that's already here and the ones that's coming in, and then with Rowan Wilson coming back and a few other guys being in there.
CJ coming back too. He's part of that.
And Calvin Johnson, maybe not Calvin Johnson, Cornelius Johnson may be coming back too. So I think the right one's on the wall. So much love and success to Andrea over there in Oklahoma, man. And hopefully, he gets that, the looks that he's looking for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, guys, listen, it's almost coming up on that time. I think King, he had to go. He had some work.
His audio went out again.
Yeah.
We about to wrap this up, but
yes, sir.
Please, most definitely get the likes and the subscribes up. We got some heat. Y'all, we want to, we trying to give away, man. Like I say, we got, I picked up some couple little things that we're going to also throw in the raffle. Matthew Stafford rookie card. We got a Pat Surtain autograph rookie. We're going to be throwing that in there. Daryl, you're going to like this one. Hassan Reddick autograph rookie. He going to the Pro Bowl with your Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's just some more stuff that
we will be, like I said, because we got those packages last week, so we will be sending out those other ones from the raffle we had before, getting those mailed out as well to you guys. And also, I think we got some special coming Daryl's way too. So, be looking forward to that as well. But right now, this is some final thoughts time. So, Daryl, man, go ahead. What final thoughts you got?
Final thoughts, man. So just want to get right quick with the Pistons, man. Just compete, man. Win or lose, just compete, man. I mean, right now it's been dealing with a lot of injuries, especially not having a big man Duran and Bagley. I know Isaiah Stewart came back today, but just wasn't enough, especially when you got guys in, big men in the Eastern Conference, so and somewhat a little bit in the West. So it's going to be tough, but Pistons just going, whether you win or lose, and compete. I'm looking forward to this NFL draft and the Lions, what they're going to do. Makes a lot of, make some good moves and continue. Let's make this progress, trajectory going up, man. So I would love to see that, man. To make some moves, see what they're going to do in the free agency as well. So look forward to that. Far as with, I want to get a shout out to Michigan women's basketball for beating my team yesterday afternoon. It was a beatdown.
Yeah, indeed.
When our women's didn't come to play, it was a beatdown. So you shout out to that. Them girls came out and played. We didn't show up, but yeah, as far as with the hardball situation, Harbaugh, I knew he's not going anywhere, so he's gonna stay. He wanted to prove he wants to get a national championship. He had it twice to try to get it. Should have beat TCU, but but he has another. See if he has another opportunity to get it. Michigan State football, of course, we got a lot of work to do. So I'm not gonna get into that.
I'm surprised y'all ain't do no coaching changes, man.
I'm still not understand why Scott Hazelton is not going to that defensive coordinator, but got a long way to go. Indeed. But yeah, man, I just that's pretty much it. I'm be honest with you guys too, man. I've been kind of looking forward to this baseball season for the Tigers, man, coming up. See these
Miggy last season.
Yeah, Miggy's last.
Yeah, we got to get that coverage in too. We three Kings.
For sure. Well, we definitely will, man.
Tiger Stadium's gonna be thumping down. I mean, I said Tiger Stadium, Comerica Park.
There you go.
Looking forward.
Been going that long.
What the Tigers gonna do, and those we're looking forward to seeing the spring training off season coming up. So, but yeah, man, that's like I said, everybody is out there in the chat, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. But man, follow them on social media platforms, man. Indeed. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Follow them all. I'll be posting on my Instagram, man. Listen, man.
Sure do. We appreciate it too.
Definitely appreciate that, Daryl.
Guys, man, I'm putting out there every week, man. Support these guys. Get these likes up, get these subscribes up, man. So that's
appreciate you, Daryl. Go ahead, Big A.
So I got to get up out of here too, y'all. But my last thoughts, I'm on the same thing with the Pistons, right? Compete, use this time to, develop, work on what you got to work on. You know what I'm saying? Just compete, man. Lions, this is a big off season. This is a chance to really make it on the other side of that chessboard. You know what I'm saying? So let's take advantage of that. Michigan, I'm going to say it now, we win in the Natty next year. And it ain't even just like a homer thing, but I just, the next step I feel will be taken next year.
You see taking on against that Georgia team?
Oh, yeah. This is what people got to realize. Georgia, you can't go 2 years with losing a lot of depth and think you're going to be the same. There's going to be 2 years in a row. Georgia is going to lose a lot. They about to get real young. So we got to look at it like that. And then there's going to be the first time where they got to usher in a new quarterback.
That ain't 30 years old.
Exactly. Yeah. But most definitely Tigers, we three Kings going to be down there. This is Miggy's last year. Man, I'm trying to get a hold of some with Miggy's autograph on there before he walk out the door, man.
For sure.
Sure. Like I say, I got to get up out of here. We got some things coming, man. Like I say, please get the likes and the subscribes up. Spread the word. We're gonna be randomly, like just hey, you might just get a random inbox from us. Telling you, hey, we appreciate you. We see you in the comments. We see the tweets. We see the subscribes, and we got a little something coming your way. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
We appreciate it, but I got to get up out of here.
For sure. Listen up. So anybody that like I said, so we're gonna be having some things getting sent out. So make sure you guys, if you're either our email. Any of our social media platforms, if you haven't received what you're supposed to have, just send it out to us so we can make sure that we got your information. So we can make sure that we get these things out to you because we really want y'all to have these things. Also, I want to give a shout out to, like I said, our sponsor, Coach Detroit, which like I said, they're starting up a new avenue of which dealing with in the sports world, which is Culture Sports Club. More information and details will be coming in the upcoming weeks in regards to Culture Sports Club. If you guys was here last week, you guys heard our brother Big Juan. He spoke on it and what they're going to be doing with the Culture Sports Club, dealing with a lot of the states, schools, and athletes that they're trying to sponsor with a lot of great things as far as nutritionists, workout, agency assistance, schooling, tutoring, a lot of things they're getting involved in and try to get these young athletes some exposure and some good things coming their way. So look forward to the Culture Sports Club in the upcoming weeks. That's going to be posted here on We Three Kings, as well as our social media platforms. With that being said, listen, this has been another great show. Look forward to you guys joining us in the upcoming shows. If there's anything you guys want us to discuss, feel free to shoot us a message, man. And if you feel like you have something that you want to contribute, as far as if you have any upcoming events, any special events or special occasions that you guys want to get out there and you guys want to use our platform, we're more than happy to welcome you on, and you guys to come in and share it with us, man, because like I said, you know, it's not just about us, but it's about y'all as well. So with that being said, Daryl, King, Big A, take care of your families, take care of yourselves. We Three Kings out, baby.
We out. Peace.